Both new and veteran streamers use chatbots to help in stream. While there are many chatbots out there, one that's right at hand and super easy to implement and will greatly enhance your stream is the StreamElements Chatbot. For new or smaller streamers that may not have moderators yet, it provides automod features that are far more capable than Twitch's own. While for streamers with an established community, it can add a lot of chat interaction and get standard questions out of the way quick through the use of timers and commands. In this video, I will not only show you what the chatbot can be used for, I will also show you how you can give your chatbot a custom name, how to effectively use automod, and last but not least, I will show you how to create the perfect command to go with the shoutout widget that we've made in the last video, so it actually shoutouts the right streamer at the right time with no errors in the link. My name is Mathman, and this Content Delta. Don't forget, I stream every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday over on twitch.tv/mathmaneu. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop in or join the Discord. I'll leave a link down below. Okay, let's get to it. First things first, we need to log into StreamElements. Once we've done that, you see a block here on the right hand side for the bot settings. You can immediately add the bot by clicking Join Channel. When you try to add the chatbot, it will ask you to make it a moderator. It's best to do this right away, because without it, it won't allow you to use many of the features, most notably the automod feature. To change the name, you first need to make a new Twitch account with the name you want the bot to have. This is required for two reasons. First, it makes sure that your bot has a unique name. Secondly, your bot needs to be modded. There's no other way Twitch can verify that. Once you've done that, go into OBS and make sure you have the OBS Live activity feed up like this. If the OBS Live activity feed is not in your OBS, this is simple to install. I will leave a link in the card up there. However, if you want to finish watching this video first, I'll also leave a link down in the doobly-doo. There's a guide on the website as well, so installing shouldn't be any problem. Once you've added the OBS Live plugin, you go to the triple bars here on top, go into Stream Settings, Custom Bot Name, and it will say Add Bot Name here for you. For me, it just says change to MathBotEU, because that's what I wanted my bot to be called. Once you've done that, send a test message so you can actually see it appearing right here in the stream to make sure that it all went as planned. How you name the bot is fully dependent on what you want out of your Twitch. You're just here to play some games with some friends and have some fun, which, seeing this channel, might not be you, then name it whatever. If, however, you're looking to grow your community, gain a following, and perhaps even pursue a career on Twitch, then you need to make sure that your bot fits your brand. For the rest, get creative. Now we get to the fun part. What can the bot actually do? For new streamers, the most important part of the chatbot is most likely this one, the spam filters. They allow you to automatically moderate your chat from a few key annoyances, such as long all caps messages or random links being dropped. And now I'm going to give you the first actionable tip that's good for new streamers, veteran streamers, really anyone on the platform that wants to deal with one major frustration: follow bot spams. Go into your banned words, create a new group, call it follow bot, set the timeout length to very long, and as banned phrases add big follows and add big space follows. This prevents the spammers from dropping their link, and their messages will automatically be deleted and timed out. The easiest way to add other functions is by going to the modules. These allow you to add games such as roulette and other quirky interactions such as duels or even a magic 8-ball. It also has a live announcement function which puts into chat when you go live. I don't know why you would... Okay, StreamElements, if you're listening, why would I want my chat to get a go live notification? They're already there. What? Why? Anyway, let's get back on track, shall we? Commands. Commands come in 3 different forms. The standard commands are built in and they are very easy to be used. You just need to switch the toggle and they work immediately. You can add cost to them if you like, but really they're mostly here to see which modules use which commands. In fact, here in the middle column, you can see which module they belong to. So for example, if I turn on the magic 8-ball, the commands marked magic 8-ball will automatically turn on. Personally, I do not use many of the standard commands because I like using custom commands which I've personalized to my own channel. But before we get into how to make your custom commands, there's one more type of commands we have to talk about first. Timers. As the name suggests, timers are messages that get pushed by your chatbot at regular intervals. So this is a great place for you to set up your call to actions, for example your follows, subs, or even social media. When adding a new timer, you can change the interval in minutes in which they get pushed, both online and offline, with the extra caveat that you can add a certain amount of chat lines that have to have been between the first and the second time your timer procs. How you set this up is all up to you. However, I do advise to keep the intervals quite long if you're a smaller streamer, to not have your chat just be your bot spamming. The last thing you need to know is that timers are not aware of each other. If you have two timers, timer 1 and timer 2, one going every 20 minutes and the other going every 30 minutes, then at the top of the hour they will both put their messages at the same time. If you want your timers to post successively, instead of making new timers, you can add messages right here and it will post a new message every time the timer comes around. Now let's have a look at the final aspect we're going to talk about today, custom commands. Before I tell you how to do custom commands and what the hidden attributes are that very few people know about, are you liking this video? Make sure to click the like button and subscribe and maybe hit the notification bell so you're always kept up to date. So, time to make your own commands. This is absolutely the fun part. We're going to click on add new command and are greeted by a whole load of settings and advanced settings that we're going to go through with you. First and foremost, we have to decide on who can use this command. Normally, I would say everyone is where you want it to be, but for some things you might want to set it to subscriber, moderator, or even broadcaster. One of the commands that we really want to restrict to moderator or above is the shoutout command that we're about to make. Then we can go into the advanced settings and have a look at all those options. First, we can see here on the left that you can choose if you want a command to be able to be used online, offline, or both. I'm not entirely sure why you would restrict this or what the uses of having it work offline, but we'll leave that at that for now. Go to the advanced settings and have a look at what we can do here. For example, you can tell the bot if it needs to reply in say, reply, or whisper. If it replies in whisper, it directly sends the result of the command to the player using the command through a Twitch whisper. This is especially useful if you're using it for a soundbite or a GIF which your users can then redeem. It uses the built-in loyalty settings and the loyalty points from StreamElements and not the channel points that you have on Twitch, however. So keep an eye on that. You can also add a cooldown. A cooldown is a short period of time in which a certain command cannot be used by users or even the whole of chat. When you add a cooldown, what I tend to do is give users a longer cooldown than the global cooldown. For example, if you want to have a command for your socials, you do not want the same user to be able to spam that every 5 seconds. But if a new user comes into your chat and wants to see the socials and your chat is rolling very quick, then it might be useful to have the global cooldown to say 10-15 seconds, 30 seconds, while the user cooldown is 1 or 2 minutes. Then come the final two boxes, command aliases and command keywords. Command aliases are alternate ways for your command to be triggered. So for example, a shoutout command can be given by !shoutout, but you can add a second command automatically in here that triggers the same thing, for example, !SO. Command keywords are slightly different in that it automatically replies if the word is used in chat. Say for example that you want your chatbot to reply with a poggers emote every time someone says pog or poggers. Well, by putting in pog or poggers in here, by putting in pog in here, now every time somebody says the word pog in chat, it will trigger this command automatically. Let's quickly switch back to the other page because there's one more important bit of information that we have to talk about, the response. This is what's actually printed by the chatbot. But at the bottom of this box is the main secret that very few people know about because it's hidden in plain sight. It is the text in brackets which says supports variables. It is these variables that make your shoutout command and any other command you make extremely useful to use. I will leave a full list of these in the eye up above and in the description down below, but there are a few important ones that I want to talk to you about today. Let's pull up a board here. All these commands start with a $sign and the command is then put in brackets. The first one is very easy and is just a number. This reflects the argument that you put in. So for example, if you make a shoutout command, ! shoutout content delta, then the 1 in the brackets will refer to the content delta part of that. Note that you can add as many arguments as you want as long as you separate them by a space. The second one actually uses this argument immediately because we are going to look at the game argument. This argument actually allows you to retrieve the game that the argument given was last playing. So for example, if the person you are shouting out was last playing Apex Legends, this will return Apex Legend. And then there's this one. This is the one that most people do wrong. The channel command. This command displays the channel of the argument that you have given. This is very helpful if you sometimes shout somebody out at prepended. So for example, shout out at content delta to find their name easily and not misspell it. However, it then reflects that in the link that you put up. This removes that at and makes sure that the link works. Okay, let's lower this one and time to put this into practice. Time for us to make that shoutout command. We start by giving it a name. First off, I want it to be called Shoutout. However, I'm also going into the advanced settings and immediately adding the alias SO. Then we put the user level to moderator. And in the response, we are going to put what we actually wanted to respond. Now this could be anything, but we're just going with a very simple text. Now there are a few things we're going to need in the text. First off, we're going to need the argument command. The first argument will be the person's name. This will be your $1 argument. Then I would like to immediately see what these people have been playing. By seeing this, I can immediately respond to it. If it's a game I know, I can ask how it was. If it's a game I don't know, I can ask them to describe the game. This creates this interaction without even needing to ask what they were playing. It just retrieves it from the Twitch servers, cuts the time, and makes the interaction so much more immediate. Lastly, I like to add their channel as well, so my community can go and check them out. As you can see, the argument part of the custom command comes back in both of these. That is why these variables are so powerful. Once that's done, there's only one thing left to check. We go into the advanced settings and make sure that the cooldowns are set correctly. Now I'm gonna up the global cooldown to 60 seconds because if two people shout out the same person at the same time, I don't want that to pop in twice. Now I'm gonna keep the user cooldown quite low. The reason for this is very simple. If I or my mod spells the name wrong and it shouts out the wrong channel, I want to be able to correct myself immediately and not have to wait a minute or two. So, now you're able to fully utilize the potential of the StreamElements Chatbot and see that it is absolutely one of the easiest things to set up and something you don't want to miss on your stream. If you enjoyed this or found this helpful, then make sure to leave a like, subscribe and ring the notification bell so you are kept up to date when new tutorials, tips and tricks and other ways to improve your stream arrive on this channel. And as always, stream better, stream smart.
Ghost in here, Ghost in here.
Kiwi Rent wants you to waste 20 seconds saying the ghost.